Greetings gamers, I'm LotusCrane, and today I'll be playing another really long game of BurninTeddy, so we'll probably record for like 2 or 3 hours and call it the end of the video, and you just use your imagination for the rest. Today, we're finally playing Civilization 6.
Yay.
So enthusiastic, Teddy.
Absolutely.
Is it because you're German or just because you're Teddy?
I don't. I think it's more because I'm me than that I'm German. There are some people who are easily excitable over here as well. It's just not me.
Let's see. So this is actually literally my very first game, so I'm going to stumble even through the setup. Teddy, you said you've played how many hours?
Steam says 34. Although I'm not sure all of those should really be shown on display. Like, I'm sure I waited a fair bit for other people's streams, while I wasn't really paying attention, so.
Alright, I'm just going to keep default settings and everything. Game name is LotusCrane's game. Let's see, how do I do invites? Friends? Oh, there we go. Oh, I kind of feel like, at the very least, Civilization 6 has a slightly more intuitive invite friends to game menu in the lobby than Civ V did.
Alright.
Yeah. So
What difficulty setting are we playing at? Are we doing teams or?
I guess we'll do teams. I mean, if we did competitive, I mean, one, you'll wreck me, and two, they'll have no idea. The viewers of the video will have no idea what you're doing because you won't show up on my camera if you're not on my team. So.
That's a good point.
So I guess we'll do. This is a small map. Okay, so it's only up to 6 civilizations. So, all right.
I've never played these people before, but let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, I don't even know like how the factions are balanced in this one.
Yeah, me neither. Right, we've got another player here.
Oh, really?
This game is open.
Whoops. How do I, Whoops. Sorry, buddy. Game setup. Oh, private game. Okay, right. Okay, that should fix that.
Perfect.
That guy was probably so excited, like, wow, a game of other humans.
To be fair, there are a couple of other games out there.
Yeah. Do you remember who's supposed to be like a noob-friendly leader? I'm looking at the descriptions of their abilities, but I guess they've made enough changes to Civ 6 I don't even know.
Gilgamesh used to be good, I think, but he's pretty warlike. And there was some other, I think Tomirus, or Cynthia rather, but I think she's been nerfed as well, and that's about all I know. Who's your curtain? Australia. Germany used to be good at some point, but then they got nerfed, and I don't know anything, really.
Do you know if Japan is supposed to be any decent?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm reading the description, and Japan seems like at least slightly similar to previous incarnations. Mostly the Bushido thing. Alright, just because at least that part's the same. Plus the description of major restoration, all districts receive an additional adjacent bonus. That seems like it rewards building up cities, so yeah, sure, why not. And we're jumping right into Prince, we're not going with whatever the lower one is, Chieftain or something, so it's possible we'll get schooled.
I don't know. AI was said to be pretty bad when it came out. Maybe they've improved it
From
since
the
then,
first stirrings of life beneath
I
water,
expect Prince will
to
be
the
fine.
great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. The great wave of Buddhism follows you, Shikan of Japan, Hojo Tokimun. Your people truly understand what it is to practice balance, and even
the narrator just mispronounced the Japanese guy's name.
Spiritually apt. Kiss
it,
tongue.
he did.
Embrace the
The guy
divine
reading this
wind,
doesn't realize that
and you
every
will reach
vowel has to be
enlightenment.
pronounced. So he said Hojo Toki Moon because it's M-U-N-E, and he's like thinking like, oh, a lot of Western words end with an E, but it's silent, right? No, it's Toki Mune. That E is actually supposed to be pronounced. So I already have a huge criticism of this game. they, they they didn't tell them how to pronounce the Japanese name. Failure.
Man, where are the map options? I wanna see tile yields. Okay.
Okay, so
Better.
I'm gonna be thrown for a loop because your cities are actually like occupy multiple tiles now, right? How does that influence combat? Does that mean you don't like stack multiple on the same tile? You actually spread like the 7 units within the 7 tiles of the city,
I
or?
think mostly it's okay, I think. Mostly it makes no difference is what I mean by that.
Oh, okay.
I think I wanna go there and then found my city. Barbarians used to be pretty strong in this game, but no, I don't know. Do we share technology? We probably share technology, right?
Maybe. All right. Well, where I am, it's mostly animals, so I guess I'll click on animal husbandry for now. Wait, clicking on animal husbandry is not doing anything for me. Oh, okay, apparently I can't do it from like the little menu. Not
Maybe
menu.
you're locked in with my choice? I'm not sure.
No. I guess, are you using Code of Laws?
Code of Laws is so you have your tech tree and you have your civics tree in this game, and they're separate. And Code of Laws is a civic. And it's the only civic you can start with at that, so. Oh. Since I see you, apparently I see a new continent, so apparently I get the Eureka for... Was it an inspiration for whatever it is? Is it?
Oh,
A
okay.
foreign trade.
Interesting. It looks like they changed the way movement works. It used to be, as long as you had even a fraction of movement point left, you could continue
Yes, they
on.
changed that.
But now it's like, if it takes 2 movement points to go through, you can't actually like cheat and end there after moving through normal terrain. Because I'm like clicking on a hill that's just past a plane, and it's saying like 2 turns away, which means, huh, that's different. Well, that's already going to make the strategy of this game quite different. Oh my.
It takes some getting used to, not gonna lie. Reminds me, the minor citizens. Why can I not see where my citizens are? Oh, because I'm...
Okay, well, it looks like the first building, the monument, is still the same. That hasn't changed.
I actually have no idea. Oh.
Interesting. Double clicking on stuff doesn't like auto expand it anymore, so that UI part is different. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and click next turn. This is like the longest turn 1 of all time, because I have no idea what's going on.
Oh no, turn long is always... Oh. Barbarians are, by the way, a bit of a... or at least used to be a bigger problem in this game than in Civ V, so...
Would you say barbarians in Civ 6 were as strong as aliens in Beyond Earth? Because I always thought that the aliens in Beyond Earth were significantly stronger than the barbarians from any of the Civ games.
Aliens in Beyond Earth were different, but I've played a lot of Beyond Earth, and if you know how they work, they are not a threat to you. There are only like 2 tiles around each nest they will even attack you on, and otherwise you ignore them. Then you build cities, and they cannot take cities. You can shoot them from cities because they don't get angry about that. So they never turn orange or whatever it is. So yeah, that's basically what you did in Beyond Earth. Just combated them through cities. Oh, and they only attacked civilian units that were unescorted. But as long as you had even a scout on your settler, they were not interested in attacking unless you walked onto one of their protected tiles. So, you could just ignore them. For barbarians, they actively seek you out and try to destroy you. Oh, by the way, in this game, barbarians have scouts. And when a scout spots you, he goes back to the barbarian camp and spawns a wave of barbarians there that will come for you. If he reaches the camp, that is.
Is there a way to set up a build queue like you could in Civ 5? Because I don't see like a queue button. Like I want to line up scout after my monument, but I don't actually see a queue button.
Yeah, I actually don't know that either.
Okay. For city expansion, does it expand just when your population grows, or do you actually have to build new districts like you do in... have you ever played Endless Legend?
No.
Okay.
But your city just gets big, so your city itself just gets bigger on its own. Like, I mean population, right? The more food you harvest, the more population you have. And then, just like in Civ 5, it acquires new tiles on its own. But then there's also the fact that districts are a later thing. You have to unlock them first. First one I guess you could unlock would be the religious district if you wanted to, a holy site they're called. Oh, you could also libraries at the same time, I see.
Wait, so wait, when you build buildings, that's like an entire district, or only certain buildings or districts?
Only certain buildings are districts, and they're
Okay.
called districts as well.
Oh, okay. So this monument will not require its own tile. Okay.
No, and population
Organisms don't
will
think of
also
CO2 as a
not
poison. Plants and
require
organisms
districts or
that make
anything like that.
shelves, coral. Think of it as a building block.
This voice I'm hearing, the narrator, it sounds like it's probably some celebrity, but I don't remember who it is. Like, I remember in previous ones it was Leonard Nimoy, but who is this guy? Do you know who the narrator is?
I have no. I actually turned them off, like just before you started the game.
Oh, okay. So only
I was not amused when I loaded into a single-player game, and during the whole 5 minutes of loading time, I'm exaggerating, of course. During the whole 5 minutes of loading time, he told me some story I was absolutely not interested in and talked over my music. Fuck this guy.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm already disappointed that he can't even pronounce Japanese names correctly.
Yeah.
I am fond of pigs. Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
Oh, do you know that? Oh, builders start with 3 charges now? I like it. They used to start with 2 charges. Did you know that builders start with charges now? And that unless your builder has a charge, you... well, no, the other way around. I should say, your builders start with charges. Every time you build an improvement, 1 charge is expended, and when you run out of charges, the builder gets deleted. That's what happens.
Wait, Kabul. Is that another civilization?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so it's not a barbarian. Okay, so
Oh.
I probably shouldn't go.
Oh, it looks like a city-state actually, but I'm not 100% sure. It might also be.
Okay, it says city-state. When I clicked on it, it said city-state. All right, so I'm not gonna bother going to war with this city-state just yet.
Congratulations, you found a city-state, and you're the first one to do that. That gives you extra invoice.
I kind of like how, I like how the new Fog of War is, it just turns the map paper again.
Yes, it looks really... It's sometimes a bit hard to distinguish between light-colored terrain and Fog of War, that you over terrain you've previously explored, but otherwise it looks really good.
Yeah. So far, minus this game, the narrator can't pronounce Japanese names correctly. Plus this game, I like the new Fog of War.
What quest do they have? Trigger Eureka for the wheel. Well, that's gonna be easy. That sounds useful as well. Eureka for the VO. Minor resource. Well, sure. And it needs orders. Get the same quest from the city state.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
Ah, I'm an idiot.
Interesting. The way that civics are done now with changeable policies. Have you ever heard of this board game called Through the Ages? I don't know what the German name would be. It's a board game that's kind of like Civilization. I mean, I know there's also a Civilization board game, but until they had that, the closest thing was Through the Ages. I don't know if you play board games, but if you do, you should check out.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Oh man, do I want to be a god king, or do I want to engage in urban planning?
I think God King is good if you want to go early, found an early religion.
Yeah, I mean,
the other one is just generally good. By the way, you should know that you cannot, like, you can always change your policies, but it costs you. I'm not sure what it costs, but I think it costs you. But you can always change your policies after researching a new civic, no matter what civic. So things you can do are, there's a policy that gives every builder another charge. You could pre-build builders in 5 cities, then set up your policies. So one policy is almost done, then you switch it to another policy. Once the second policy is finished, you change your setting, you change your civics to +1 charge for builders, queue the builder in all of your 5 cities, finish them within the next turn.
No man
the next
ever
time,
wetted
the
clay
next civic
and then
fires,
left
and
it,
you can change back again.
as if there would
Stuff
be
like that.
bricks
I
by
mean,
chance and fortune.
kind of cool, but it's also a lot of work.
yeah, it's kind of interesting how like you actually choose between civics and make progress towards them like technologies, as opposed to it being kind of like a very different system like it was in Civ 4 and 5.
I feel I should have gotten like 3 scouts and I forgot to. That's like the very much. In Civ 5 I used to play 2 scouts into monument most of the time, and now in Civ 6 I forget to build scouts at all. What an idiot.
Is fortifying the same way it worked in previous civs? So if I attack this barbarian and I stalemate, and then my next turn I fortify, I'll regain health, or?
I think yes, but I think you gain less health outside your own territory in this game. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's how it works.
Alright, I'm gonna try. Worst case scenario, I lose my warriors on the next turn, and then my maintenance costs go down, and I build up more gold. So whatever.
Yep.
You know, if the civic comes up and it's like compulsory voting, I'm going for it.
I mean, you have to explain it to me though. Why you would want to go for it?
I mean, sure, some people like won't necessarily take it seriously, but I do feel there's enough people like in the middle who like, if they realize that they have no choice but to vote, that they'll make at least some minimal effort to learn a bit more about their country's politics.
Do you think it's enforceable? Because no,
It depends.
What good is it you?
It
if
could
it's not
be. I mean, I guess voting. Let me think. I guess it could be tied to like that year's tax returns.
possible? Well, you don't have, like, do you have to do tax returns in the US?
Yes.
I think with us it's that you don't have to, but if you don't, then you usually pay more money because the state just generally assumes how much money you owe them and collects as much. And if you actually owe them less, then you better do your tax returns and show so you get your money back.
I mean, in America, because there's usually a built-in withholding per paycheck, I would say that most Americans, or at least most like working class Americans, at the end of the year when they file their taxes, they tend to get like a modest refund from the government,
Yes.
because to just be sure, they usually withhold a bit more from the paycheck than if that were like the only job they had that they would actually owe. Because like, let's say they have more than one job, then like it could be like April, and all of a sudden they actually owe the government hundreds of dollars, and that would actually be devastating for people because, you know, I don't know how it is in Germany, but a lot of Americans don't actually do proper financial planning, you know, week to week or month to month. So it's actually better for the average American that they pay a little more per paycheck and then get back a few hundred in April, as opposed to accidentally not paying enough and then owing a couple hundred in April. So yeah, we could tie like voting to tax refunds where, oh, you didn't vote, you don't get a tax refund this year. that would be enough of a penalty that people would basically
I mean, and sure, and then I would vote, I guess. But I mean, as it stands, I get about nothing in return for going to vote. I mean, because just one vote is worth about nothing. So.
But I mean, so the thing is, like, democracies with like large populations, like, you have to think of yourself not as an individual of an individual action, but you have to think of yourself as part of an aggregate. Like,
no, that's not true. I strongly object to that. If I could make decisions for for all of the people, then sure, I would make different decisions. But I am not all of the people, and those people will or will not vote no matter what I do.
but I mean, like, you assume that like you have like certain like political interests, and you can like make an educated guess as to like certainly there's a certain part of the population that shares your political interests or beliefs. So representing yourself and other people who share your affiliations, you are like weakening your own interest and interest group by not voting. So like, if you think of it like, it's not you're voting at one vote, you're like functioning as like, you know, 1% or 0.1% of like the group, and so you're weakening the group that shares your interest if you don't vote in your interest.
But I'm weakening them by a percent that by our means should be counted as 0.
But like, so the reason why, like I say, aggregate is
36 millions of Germans who go to vote, maybe, this election. So my vote would be 1 in 36 million. So by not voting, I withhold like 1 in 36 millions of voting power that could have otherwise gotten to like-minded individuals, parties, or whatnot. That's literally nothing.
The thing though is like, if you think like that, and then other people in your group think like that, then it suddenly adds up to like not just a fraction of percent.
But it's just me thinking like that. I'm not going around advertising for other people to not vote. I've not made a not voting pact with anybody. It's just about me.
I mean, so this is like the tough thing. It's like difficult to visualize or conceptualize, but basically it's not quite like hive mind, but you don't have to like verbally communicate or actually like consciously organize with other people or try to influence other people. It's just you imagine that there must be a certain amount of population that shares your interests, and so like you're unconsciously or subconsciously working with them. And like, imagine if everyone else who shares your interests also decide, oh, it's not worth my time and effort to go vote. So like,
you know what happens then? Then my vote is worth more, and I might decide to go to vote.
But like, so it's like a guessing game, right? You can't, since you're not communicating with other people, you can't know for a fact.
But I have a pretty good estimation. Like I can look at voting trends and sure that's not for a fact specific, but that's pretty damn close. I can make good arguments about what the average like or what people will do on aggregate. I can just not predict what they will do individually.
Let's see. Campus. It's a district. Alright, so tell me what you know about bonuses or penalties for putting districts on certain tiles.
So districts get bonuses from tiles that surround them. For example, our commercial district gets bonuses for being on a river tile. Mining industrial districts gets bonuses for being surrounded by mines, stuff like that. And then also bonuses districts usually give each other bonuses if they're adjacent to each other. So another district usually counts as another like adjacent tile. Some districts, maybe all of them, give bonuses when they're adjacent to the capital.
Okay, let's see. So if I'm reading this right, I wish the tooltip would stay up even after I'm actually on the map selection screen. Tile selection screen. Let's see, each station grass. Okay, so mountains. Mountains and rainforests. Do I have any adjacent mountains or rainforests? Oh,
you
okay.
have one rainforest. Maybe two. Like, there's a tile that you don't currently own, but that you could buy. That is adjacent to a mountain and a rainforest. Maybe two rainforests? No, one rainforest.
Yeah, there were more rainforests until I built my city center on top of one of them. Wait.
Yeah.
So let me see if I understand this. So will I be penalized for building the district and it's like actually there's going to be an empty space between that district and the city center? Is there going to be like a higher maintenance fee?
No.
Okay. Alright, well, this is the first district I'm building and first tile I'm buying. Let's see what happens.
Bought a tile.
Oh, but that's between
Regular.
That's between two mining. What's the maximum size of a city?
I'm not sure cities have a maximum size.
Really?
Or do you mean... Okay, so do you mean population? Or do you mean...
Like spaces away. Like, what's the maximum, like, radius?
Oh, 3 in every direction.
Okay. Alright, because I'm thinking that thing I just bought is actually between two mining spaces, so I guess I want to build, like, an industrial thing there. Or wait. Or I could build on top of it, right? Oh, man. So this is basically something I can't know for certain until I've played this game a few times. Yeah. So, alright. I'm committed to it, and I hope I don't regret this.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of district are you building? A religious district?
Science, because that was the first district that I'm allowed to build based on my text.
Do you actually have that already?
Yeah, because I got, like, writing or something. Oh, so do we not share technology? Because I got writing which let me build the campus. You don't?
Apparently, we do not share technology because I do not have writing.
Okay, so
interesting.
Do we need to like develop some kind of tech or civic that lets us share technology?
I think we just have separate tech trees, which is okay, which is easier because we don't have to communicate and try to find out what each of us needs or wants or stuff. We can just each pay for themselves and
okay, I clicked on you and it looks like, let's see, is there a make deal? Okay, we have to research certain diplomatic texts or civics because right now the only deal we can make is exchange gold or strategic resources. There's no technology sharing option
I
yet.
don't think there's even closed borders yet. I think there are open borders by default unless you research something.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I have a lot of marble. More than I need. I have 2 chocolate, which is okay. More marble. Marble is not a good luxury, I don't think.
But yeah, so getting back to the earlier point, I guess what I'm saying is like, you imagine that you're voting as an individual, and so you're like less than a fraction of a percent.
Yes.
But like, imagine that everyone else thinks like that, and then actually you're several percent of the population. Your interest group not voting, but
no.
like it's kind of
Look,
like
if everybody else thinks like that, and then I go to vote, then the rest still thinks they shouldn't go to vote, and then they don't show up, but I show up.
no.
In all actuality,
Well,
I only
actually,
decide for myself.
but I guess the point I'm trying to make, and it's been like too many years since I've actually been in political science class, so I'm probably forgetting the correct terminology. So in absence of me remembering what correct terminology is, I'm gonna use wildly incorrect terminology.
That's good.
It's called like basically like group magical thinking. In reality, it's not if they decide not to vote, you decide to vote, or if you decide not to vote, they decide to vote. Rather, because they share interest group, magically, if you decide not to vote, they decide not to vote. But if you do decide to vote, then they decide to vote. Because effectively, you are acting as like a component of that group that reflects you. And so it's actually more likely that you all choose to vote or not vote the same way, which makes it more important that you actually express yourself as a part of that group.
The only thing that's of interest here is if anything changes when I change my decision, like, right? Basically, the question is, if I decide to go to vote, will then more people vote than if I decide not to go to vote? And I don't think that's the case. Like, why would that be? You would need to show me a study, possibly several, before I believe that.
Okay, let's see if I can tick up a couple studies between now and when is election day for you?
2 days.
Oh, okay. I because I'm working tomorrow on Saturday. And I'm obviously playing games with you today. It's unlikely.
Maybe I'll look it up myself.
Maybe. So I at least made you think about it now. So
I'm already thinking about it. That's why I brought up this topic.
Alright.
I mean, it seems like the most likely outcome is that if I go to vote, it will be because it's about no cost.
The Pantanal
It's
is the
also
most
about no
complex
gain, but it's not
intertropical
about no cost.
alluvial plain of the planet, and perhaps
But I mean,
the
that's
least
not
known
really a
area.
good reason. Crazy.
Oh, hey, there's some German built into the English version of this game. For warrior unit promotions, the third tier is Zweihander, which means two-hander.
I think that's actually more or less a English term, though.
I mean, American English especially is like almost half loan words from other European languages, and even a few non-European languages, shockingly enough. Like Americans just say karaoke, I mean, because you know they got that concept from the Japanese. What do I want to?
That kind of sucks, I guess.
What sucks?
Wait, why can I... Oh, I require irrigation to get the plantation. And I wanted to get the plantation to speed up irrigation. But that's not gonna happen, is it? What can I build then? I guess you'll see.
Actually, it's funny. It's not the first time that the English version of Civ has randomly used German words like whatchamacallit, the better version of pikemen
LotusCrane?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I mean, that's an even more uncommon, like,
Yes.
I mean, English does use some German loanwords, but I feel like Civilization in particular takes liberties with what kind of German words they think Americans actually know. And I would say the average American actually has no idea what these words mean. I only know because, like, I'm entirely, I play too many games and read too many, like, fantasy novels, so a word like Zweihander, you know, of course, certainly...
It's actually... I've heard it before in English stuff, so...
I think anyone who played as Siegfried in Soul Calibur knows what Zweihander means.
Yeah, I don't know that game.
What? You never played Soul Calibur? Are you even a
No.
gamer?
Do you know... Yes. Do you know the game Domina? It's some kind of arena management game.
Not really. When you say domino, I thought you meant like those white and black tile pieces. Uh-oh, there's a barbarian in my territory. I need to do something about that.
Your territory, actually?
Yeah, this barbarian is making his way towards Kyoto.
Okay. Oh, by the way, cities don't shoot in this game. Not unless you have walls.
Okay. Certainly this barbarian has less combat strength than my city though, right?
Yes, he cannot take your city.
Oh, whoops. I totally forgot that I had an alarm set. There's gonna be like a second of my alarm going off in this video.
Okay, people will survive. But we apparently still share
Vision.
Eurekas and stuff.
So explain the Eureka to me, because I'm not sure I get it entirely.
About every tech and every policy can be researched 50% faster if you fulfill a specific condition. I think for text it might be called Eureka, and for social policies the other way. What is it? But I'm not 100% sure on that. In any case, if you, for example, I'm currently researching state workforce for my cultural tree, for my civics tree, and I got the boost for building any specialty district, even though I have not built any specialty district. But you probably just built your specialty district, and as such, I got the boost.
Yeah, I built the campus.
Which is pretty weird to me, actually. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be.
I think this is the first turn where I'm actually waiting for you.
I think it's the second.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. If it was true before, it wasn't very noticeable. Yeah, I really like this this paper map Fog of War. It's pretty cute. It's endearing.
Yeah.
I don't know that it makes up for the narrator not knowing how to pronounce Japanese names. I am really hung up on that. Like, you would think that for like all like the tens of thousands of hours it must go into developing these games, that they had at least one cultural expert who could have like been somewhere in the studios to say, by the way, in Japanese you pronounce all the vowels, and I mean all the vowels.
I mean, they probably could have done that. But isn't it like commonplace that there's a huge list of things they could have done and never got around to?
But I mean, like, this, it seems like a minimal effort kind of thing, right? I mean, like, they don't even like a specific culture expert. Like, if even one person in the studio watched anime, and I'm certain someone at Firaxis Games watches anime, then they should have known to say, by the way, in Japanese, all the vowels are pronounced.
Well, I've watched anime and I don't know.
What?
How would I?
It's okay, Teddy.
I'm at the first one.
Wait, what happened to the Barbarian Scout? There was a Barbarian Scout in my territory, and now he's gone. I guess he moved into, the Fog of War?
Yeah, he's going back to his camp, and if he reaches it, he'll spawn a wave of barbarians coming for your city.
You're messing with me, right?
No.
Is that really how scouts work in Civ 6?
Yes.
Well, I better catch him then.
You just found a resource. And that gave me my whatever it was that I needed. Is that true? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm happy. Oh, that's a new luxury.
So do you feel any pressure now that a lot of people are saying that Angela Merkel is the new leader of the free world because Trump is pretty much not the leader of anything?
No.
No,
That's
no as in you don't feel any pressure, or no as in you don't actually believe that claim that Angela Merkel is now considered the leader of the free world?
I didn't believe the claim when it was made about the American president, and I don't believe it now that it's made about the German chancellor. It's just... I don't know. I wouldn't quite say delusional, but... Man, you gotta have some kind of... Like, you must... I think you must expect the world to revolve around you and your country to some extent to even consider that notion in the first place. In a way that's not healthy.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not healthy, and it partially explains why the United States, you know, ever since World War II, which is basically the last time it did anything that, you know, most people agree was good. I mean, minus the atomic bombs, which most people agree was bad. But yeah, I think because a lot of Americans became obsessed with the idea of like manifest destiny and like just like the never-ending greatness of America, that's actually what led to like the arrogance and bad foreign policy decisions that have caused probably most of the world's problems since the end of World War II. So yeah, you're right in that it's not healthy to have the attitude that you're like the leader of the free world, because yeah, it does mean that you think the world revolves around you. And if you think about it, yeah, a lot of Americans do think the world revolves around the United States of America. So maybe it's not healthy for like Germans to suddenly think, oh hey, Angela Merkel's the leader of the free world now. I guess we are the best country in the world. But you know, whether or not it's a healthy attitude, that might be the current state of affairs, because it's possible that the EU will have to act more as the guardian of like democracy and human rights than the United States does.
I don't... Like, I consider the extent to which this whole, like, guardian of democracy and stuff really translates to some kind of intervention that I end up not agreeing with, so... I'm not so sold on that. Like, that is necessary or good. Or that democracy, like, that it's... So in Stellaris, there's a personality type for AI empires that's called Democratic Crusader. Those are empires that will attack any non-democracy trying to turn it into a democracy. And I think that's like the exaggeration of what America is. Like, America isn't like that, but in some small regards, like the beginnings are there, and that's a trend I wholly do not agree with. Like, I mean, democracy everywhere would be nice, but forcing it on people just does not seem to work. Basically,
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like I've made arguments with some, you know, my conservative acquaintances over here that if you consider the timeline of both the spread of democracy and the spread of industrialization, and like just the human ability to adapt over, you know, a gradual period of time, it's kind of unreasonable to expect large parts of the world to suddenly jump ahead a couple hundred years to be in the same place that fully industrialized Western countries are at.
Why would you want them to if they don't want to? Like, that's actually the first part. Why would you want them to if they don't want to? That's some kind of position of, I'm doing what's best for you, trust me, that I'm generally not viewing very favorably.
Oh, sorry, if you're wondering why my turn's taking so long, it's because I have the ability to found a pantheon, and I'm trying to make sense of what...
Congratulations.
What is amenity? What is the amenity score? It says +1 amenities if you have a holy site adjacent to a river.
Amenities is what luxuries are in Civ V.
Oh, so
there's one difference though. One luxury is basically 4 happiness in Civ V. And in Civ 6, one amenity is 4 happiness, but as 1 happiness in 4 of your cities. Or is it 2 happiness per city? In 4 cities, one of the 2 anyway. It's every amenity gives happiness for 4 cities. Which, by the way, means if you have more than 4 cities, more than 1 copy of a luxury will be useful to you.
Okay. So it's not like previous games where you only just need 1 for your entire empire.
No, you might need 2 or more now, depending on how wide you go, how many cities you own. Fish is the bonus resource of all. So I just don't have any in there. Right here. Cocoa. The governor's saying. Governor's doing things.
I'm going to Divine Spark because I don't know. I kind of feel like they've rebalanced some of the founding things. Like, I feel like there were 1 or 2 no-brainer ones in Civ 5 that I wanted to go for all the time, and I didn't see any obviously preferred choices this time around.
There used to be, what is it, God of the Open Sky or something that used to be good at one point. I think it was Culture from Pastures. I don't know if that's still available, if they've changed that, if anything. I got 20 faith. Does that mean but I don't get any crit. Wait, 20 faith are enough to find a pantheon, probably, right? Oh, and I can change my policies now. This is my
Alright, I found the Barbarian Scout, and it seems like he ran into another Barbarian Scout that's even more wounded than he is, so I don't know if that other scout was fighting someone.
Maybe. City State, maybe another place.
Ooh, okay, so the Hanging Gardens Wonder actually requires a tile, apparently.
Yes, all wonders now require tiles, which kind of sucks to be honest.
Oh, right, because... Did it...
Wonder Horror used to be a good playstyle. Not good in... fun playstyle, I should say. But very satisfying.
Question. Will building a District or Wonder on a tile of a resource make that resource disappear, or will that... Oh, it will.
Well, I'm not sure if it's deleted, but you can at least not use it while there's a Wonder or District there.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. So that means then, you don't necessarily want or you don't necessarily need cities to be completely surrounded by resources, because at
Oh,
least
and
some
by
of
the way, that also means that you now have a blank tile where the Wanderer. You cannot work the Wanderer. It gives no tile bonuses basically.
Okay, so I should actually
Deletes the tile.
so I should actually choose a crappy tile.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't like that I'd have to delete tiles for my Wanderers. Not sure why they thought that was a good idea.
I mean, I guess it helps balance out cities then, because like it used to be like cities, they were like really like great or terrible based on the bonuses and resources around it. But I guess now, since you know, it's okay to have some like truly terrible tiles around your city, because if you're just going to replace them entirely with a Wanderer district, then effectively you're not held back by the fact that that tile is inherently worthless without building on it. So I guess there's that to be said.
Maybe. And apparently God of the Open Sky was still open, which I like.
What was still open?
God of the Open Sky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went with Divine Spark, which is great people bonuses. I think that appeals more to my style.
Oh, do I have the money? Yes, I have.
Oh wow.
Can I actually?
I think we've actually been playing for maybe like 45 minutes. It doesn't... How many turns in are we? We're not that many turns in.
23 turns.
Okay. So an average of like 2 minutes per turn, which seems pretty long for the very early game, except I guess I've never played before. And is this only like your second game, or?
So I've did a couple of short games at first. But those never lasted until, like, we always crushed each other militarily, so we never got to crossbows even.
Okay.
Need 3 city states. Apparently both of us count. I like it. One Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires isn't bad.
So how do I see which tiles I'm working?
You go to your city.
Oh, manage citizens, right? Okay.
Manage citizens.
Okay, it's different. I'm so used to just like double clicking the city, but apparently I actually have to press one of the little buttons above the city name instead.
Ready.
So do I actually have to work the tile that has a resource on it to be able to get the resource, or it just has to be within my city borders?
It has to be within your city borders.
Okay.
You don't have to work the tile.
Okay.
The first one who found Buenos Aires. That's pretty neat. City states now give you passive bounty, by the way, depending on how much they like you, so to speak.
So is it like the same as previous Civ, where if you kill barbarians near a city-state, the city-state likes you more?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, every promotion now heals you. Like when before there was the instant, the promotion that would heal you, and then the promotions that would, what do you say, make your unit stronger. You had to choose between healing your unit and making it better. And now every promotion is like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I did notice that.
Now promotions also take up all your remaining actions. So that's pretty... Well,
I
takes some
mean,
getting used
well,
to.
I mean, for a built-in heal, I mean, it's probably worth it. Especially if you were just going to do Fortify, defend that turn anyway, because you were going to die if you didn't.
Leads to weird things though sometimes.
Well, I mean, yeah, it definitely influences the way you have to think about strategy, like the same way that movements change, so you can't actually cheat the movement points in rough terrain by ending there. Oh, boo. India's scouts are gonna kill the barbarians before my scout gets a chance to, probably. I want that delicious experience. Oh!
The Indian.
That was shocking. India's scouts actually ran away from Barbarian Scout, even though the Barbarian Scout had almost no health left.
I want to build my settler.
Oh, question. Are there ancient ruins in Civ 6 that if you walk on them, you can get like a unit or a technology?
They're goody huts again, though. And they're sometimes hard to see.
Okay, because I don't think I've found any goody huts just yet. Are there fewer of them than there were in Civ 5? Because I feel like in Civ 5, like, I would have found like
They're
2 or
mostly
3...
harder to see.
Oh, mostly harder
Like,
to
especially if in forest and shit. I mean, at the side, there's a button that will tell you that you found a goody hut. And if not for that button, I would have missed most of mine as well, even though I know they're hard to see. Maybe you've also got them stolen. I mean, your scout was earlier than mine though, so... And I still had plenty of goody huts left. It does seem that you have not scouted very much around your starting location yet though.
Yeah, I was too busy chasing the same barbarians through the same loop of territory.
Yeah, that's a waste of time probably. I mean, there's also such a thing as too much. Oh, by the way, do you know that you now build roads by having trade routes? Travel that city, and the trade route will construct a road there.
Sorry, what was that?
Roads now get constructed by sending a trade route to a city, and the trade route will move one tile a turn and build a tile on that road when he leaves it.
Oh, really?
A road on the tile.
Okay, that makes trade routes more important then.
It also means that your workers cannot build roads any longer.
Hmm.
I think there are some special units like the Roman legions that can still build roads, but not 100%. Oh no, they could build forts.
Alright, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to do envoys, because I got an envoy, and I had to choose which city-state to send it to. Oh, and the city-state just destroyed the barbarian, so they don't need my help.
By the way, something that I really ought to tell you is that there's a district limit. You cannot get like the number of districts you can have at any point in time is limited by how many citizens
Per city or per empire?
per city.
Oh, okay, well that's not a big deal. I don't think I even have the tech to build that many districts.
Probably not yet. Government available. How did it not make any difference? Sorry, this turn might take a bit longer. I had to... my government. Crisis there. I have Satan much.
I'm looking at the Great Person progress meter, and it looks like I'm the furthest along towards getting the Great Scientist Euclid.
Probably.
And
I think you got your first... got the first campus.
okay, and oh man, Poland is the first. How ironic! The Great Prophet is Siddhartha Gautama, which I think isn't that the wasn't that like the pre-religion name of like Buddha or something? Like the guy who would later be called Buddha, maybe. And Poland is ahead of India towards recruiting Buddha. That's funny. Who knew? That's one of the great things about civilization is sometimes things that diverge from history happen. Like I remember a long time ago, back when I was still playing Civilization 4, and the samurai sacked Rome, and I'm pretty sure that's not the way that happened.
Oh yes, that's exactly how it happens. Oh, so I could go for military. Of course, this would not be terrible. So... also not sent an envoy, yes.
Now I remember when I was looking at reviews for this game, some people complained about the change in art direction for for leader portraits, the people. Like they complained that compared Civilization 5 had like more realistic looking people, and they kind of made it like a little cartoony again for Civ 6. What's your feeling on the matter?
I think they look a little bit ridiculous, but I don't really care one way or LotusCrane has...
Yep, I'm trying to figure out how do I close this thing? Oh, like that.
So there's a goodie hut that you might not have...
Goodie hut where?
below your warrior. Who ties to...
Oh,
left
I
to the
see it.
barbarian
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, it is definitely more subtle than previous versions of the game.
Oh, was it?
Oh man, now that I know that the graphic is that subtle for it, I'm like worried that I may have skipped another goodie hut somewhere else. Oh well, too late now.
Why am I an idiot?
Wait, is that a barbarians? No, it's England scout. Okay. Man, if that English scout captures Euclid, I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh, the touch.
Great person activated. And he's gone.
I don't like how everything is full screen now. Like, maybe it's actually it used to be full screen in Civ 5 as well, right? Leaders interaction. Just that it's now become more obvious, or no, it now takes significantly longer for the screen to load and everything. Like, they pretend I want to read what the fluff text is, but I actually don't. It's like a waste of time.
Oh. Do you know if... Remember how in previous civilizations, Gandhi always loved nuclear weapons for whatever strange reason? Do you know if that's
Oh, I
still...
can tell you the reason.
Oh, okay, well, I guess you can explain that, but before you do, in Civ 6, does Gandhi still love nuclear weapons?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Okay, so what was, like, the weird game reason for why Gandhi loves nuclear weapons in the Civ games?
It was an underflow. There was a scale from 1 to 10, and he was supposed to be at 1, and for some reason he was at 0, which maps to 10.
Oh, okay.
So he was so peaceful that he actually wanted to nuke everybody's face away.
So what you're saying is that it's not like a meter's not like a ruler. It's actually like a circle.
Yes. And after, like, if you're at 1 and then go 1 lower, then obviously the next number is 10, right? Actually, it wasn't even 10. I think it got even increased. I think he even got set up to 12, which was higher than the scale usually goes.
Hmm.
In any case, it was quite amusing.
But like, isn't this like an oversight that could have been like just patched at any time?
Yes, but it was like people left this. You have to see. So they actually chose, like, in Civ 5 it was a bug, but in Civ 6 it's a feature.
Hmm. So in other words, it just become like traditional for the Civ games.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm willing to accept that.
Yeah. For all, it is kind of funny that the most peace-loving Mahatma Gandhi goes around you. Exactly doing it. Could go like Looks like a good spot. I think I need to figure out city placement here. I suppose I can still wait a couple of turns. Oh, I would want to go on encampment. Oh, that I could do actually.
I'm not sure why, but like in the portrait, like the mini portrait for the scout, because of the coloration, that scout's sword looks like it's like a wooden sword. Like the color looks more like wood than metal. Also, it's like the exact same color as like the dog's fur, which is like, I feel like pretty poor contrast.
Yeah. Maybe it's supposed to show that it's not even iron yet.
So when do you think is the right time to build like your second city? Like, should I be building a settler now?
Sure. Sounds good.
Have you built your second city yet?
It's on its way. Like, the settler exists, it's just not arrived at its destination. Government. This is freaking useless. I want to put in there. I suppose I could do that.
Oh hey, I found you. Or I found one of your scouts. Somehow your scout is all the way here. Oh, did you say your scout's like auto-explore or something?
I don't usually auto-explore.
Okay. Oh, that kind of explains why there's like that entire part of the map that's already explored. Okay, you came from that direction.
Other directions. When Gandhi asks me to send me a delegation, it just takes like 3 seconds to load it. It's the 5 was instant and I like that. What did nitpick?
Well, I'm gonna be evil. I'm going for autocracy. Your people are enthusiastic to try this new form of government. Convert switch. Joke's on you. Autocracy
Morality
sucks.
is subjective anyway. That's okay to be evil. Well, or rather pure, Real evil does not exist. So many units. I still need to decide where to build my city. I want one down.
Wait, how do I increase influence points so I can build more envoys?
There's a civic that you can. Since you now just got your autocratic government, let me check your governments. You're autocratic, which means you do not have a green policy slot, but you can put it in your wildcard slot if you want to. Like your wildcard slots can obviously, by its nature, hold any kind of policy.
I wonder if I should be concerned that there's a mercury resource right next to the river.
Okay, it's harmless.
Right? Right next to the river that my capital city depends on, right? Surely it's not leaching.
Maybe you should rename it to Flint. What was the city called?
I mean, that was lead poisoning, not mercury poisoning, but yeah, close enough. Oh man. Huh? Wait, why is the map suddenly rainbow colored? What's going on?
I do not know why. Did you enable a lens? Have you selected a settler maybe?
Oh, yeah, I saw it was built. Okay. So what do the different rainbow colors mean?
Green means city can grow big, and the other colors mean different variations of city cannot grow so big. What do I want? I want the watermelon. Honestly, huh? I don't really know what civics to go for at this point. Click random buttons, I guess that's not so great. Huh? Oh, that means I should change my color.
Alright, I'm gonna try to build Apadana.
Good luck with that.
Why, are you building Apadana?
You know, sometimes people are genuinely nice. I know that's kind of hard to grasp, but actually true.
I feel like you're sending me like a coded message here.
I mean, I actually know people with which I have difficulties like friends of mine who, like, I'm a very, what do you say, direct person. I tend to say what I mean and exactly that, and I mean I know of subtlety and that and subtones of conversations and that, but I tend to not use it as much, and I probably also not that great at actually detect anyways, so this can get kind of weird if like a friend of mine, people are more used to people who are more into all of that, and then kind of gets to this point where you talk with somebody and they think you actually meant something else, but you actually just meant what you said. So. Huh. I want get a commercial. Should actually be good, I suppose. Build be a great campus. Be the biggest campus in Mexico would pay for it all.
Uh-oh. -2 amenities? How does my capital have -2 amenities? What's going on?
Huh.
What does it even mean? How can I have negative amenities?
Means you don't have as many luxuries as people. And unless you get more luxuries, your people will be unhappy, which I think means reduced growth or something.
Okay. I'm gonna be rather unhappy if someone kidnaps my settler before I get a chance to make that city.
Also worried about barbarians right now. The big wave of barbarians basically crashing out of my units.
There is an English scout next to my settler. Do you think England's gonna declare war just for the purpose of taking that one settler?
Would be characteristic. You're playing on Prince, right? Like, this kind of cutthroat behavior is just something I've not, like... That's actually difficult and difficulty independent to an extent. AIs just don't play very cutthroat. Okay, they are backstabbers, sure. Alexander, for example. Prime example for backstabber. Hit that guy, or Isabella. Generally speaking. This kind of backstabbing, they just don't. It's like they never use scouts for warfare. They don't take settlers with scouts because they don't use scouts for attacking. By the way, this is Civ 5 info, right? I'm not 100% sure that's true in Civ 6 though.
Okay, then I'm just I'm having a lot of faith in these people not to be terrible by sending my settler through the wilderness. Oh wait, is that a barbarian? No, that's Poland. It's so hard to tell because Poland and England
What's the
both
difference,
have.
really?
I mean, Poland and England, they both have like red-colored things, so red-colored icons. Makes it kind of difficult for me to know when I should be afraid.
What do I want? What do I want? Archers are really not that great this game, it's just that mine are great. Just get a chariot. They upgrade into decent units. Do I still have, like, what's my government say about productive... Just buildings in units. Maybe I should have kept this. Oh no, there comes the next wave of barbarians. The huts that I discovered?
No,
We
no.
discovered actually.
I'm just worried about. All right, so the English guy's moving away, but the Polish warrior is. Let me see. World rankings. Would Poland do something? Your team is in 3rd place. That's not good. That must mean that our military is pathetic.
Probably. About 2.5 seconds until the screen loads. Utterly unnecessary. And then, what the hell? All these AIs are sending me messages that take like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Like 10 seconds that would be spent better doing everything else. Anything else. Probably go for me. Yeah, could. I could build it here. Anger whoever's there. All the surrounding terrain is totally shit. There are hills. Terrain is shit here. Just
Looks like you have a new settlement.
Yeah. Two actually that are that I at least consider fairly new. How can he do that? Isn't that a hill? That is a hill. How can he attack?
Signy
What
is a
the hell?
250 square mile tiger trap
Ooh, that's
made
just...
up on massive obelisks,
some reason that's
riddled
just
with
really
jagged
struck me.
spears. And yes, they will cut your pretty face.
Oh, aqueducts are not shitty. Definitely it's... My city is too small. Bigger before I can build a new district. Building useless shit. Very much.
Kyoto needs more amenities to keep it productive. If this gets worse, people may rebel against us. So spoiled.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still the year 800 BC. What do people really expect from life?
Right?
Like, just not dying of starvation or some horrible disease should be enough to keep people happy during this time, right?
They should just get over it. My god. Do you know Burning Wheel?
Do I know what?
Burning Wheel.
Burning wheel?
Apparently you don't. Yes.
I guess not.
That's the name of a pen and paper role-playing system. That is actually, like, as far as I know it, it seems pretty cool. But, man, they're never there. Oh, why did I do that? Wait. Yes. My god. I'm an idiot. Wow. Be ashamed of myself. Oh, missionaries. Apparently the AI has not lost its love for missionary spamming. I mean, this looks like a good city, but this I'm not so sure about. And a fourth, probably be around here, huh? Maybe I should get a harbor, I suppose. Maybe work these tiles if I started here. Where are my hills, by the way, for my... Are those hills? Rainforest River. Rainforest Plains. There's another hill. And how about this location here? Maybe that's just the way to go. Take all the stone, marble. Reminds me all those marble I now won't get. And now won't get. That'll be my second checkout. Oh. The hell? Actually looks not shitty here. Not a good location. Rest of the Lotus?
Yeah, I was thinking about my new city.
Oh.
As it turns out, Mount
What
Kilimanjaro
Kilimanjaro?
is not Wi-Fi enabled.
Wait, that
So I
one
had to
was
spend 2
actually
weeks
pretty
in
legit,
Tanzania.
wasn't it? Oh, it was +2 food to every element.
Uh-oh. I may be in over my head. I think that warrior I sent to the South Pole has got himself
Not gonna
surrounded.
return. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna...
Apparently, Barbarians leave their camps unguarded now. They didn't do that in Civ V, not for longer than 1 turn anyway. Almost cost me an archer. But at least now it's gonna cost the Barbarian's camp, so. Lion has sent you a message. I cannot even click it away. I'm not interested in their messages, I don't think. The reach of your empire is as Jupiter's over the heavens. Well done. What a bunch of I'm not interested in. But I can't click it away and it takes 10 seconds. Well done, game. What do I want here? I think I want to change settling more. Perfect. Kind of want that amenity. Do I want to die for that camp? I don't think. Wait, oh shoot. It's so damn easy to miss changing a government in this game.
Is it what?
Always. Changing your government. Like every time you research a civic, you can change your government, your policy cards around. And I forget very often because I'm a noob at this game. But you really shouldn't. I do not have desert start, so Petra is actually not all that good for me. My city center was attacked by a spearman. Whatever, man. Where else could I go? I could go down there. What are my city stat quests? Then a galley, not gonna happen. Construct an encampment, I kinda want that. And a horseman. Already side. Triggered inspiration for defensive tactics. Train a spear. I could train a spear if I wanted to. Maybe next turn. Oh. Huh. Puts me a bit of an awkward position here. I mean, I suppose I could train that spear now. What do I do? I mean, I could build that encampment, but they won't you?
Oh yeah, what's the weather like in Germany these days?
It's actually pretty good. I hear you're having troubles with tornadoes. Like, is it the third that's on its way right now?
I think it's actually the fourth.
The fourth even.
Yeah, we had Harvey, Irma, Jose, and I think we're on Maria. So, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I missed Jose, apparently. I heard of the others.
Yeah, Frostbell is actually in Florida right now, so she's living through it.
Oh.
I know, she she sure picked a fantastic time to to visit Florida.
Yes. Especially if she's just visiting. Perfect timing. I can claim crit merchant if I want to. I mean, do you want that guy? No. Orders. That's a frickin' horseman. Oh, that's a Polish horseman? Looks like a barbarian to me. Just don't let that hear the Polish. Why can I not build a mine on here? I don't understand. Is that not a hill? What's the hill? Maybe next turn? That's actually pretty good. You like wonder spamming?
Maybe. I mean, until I figure out exactly how to play 6, I guess I'm doing similar stuff to what I did in 5. Oh man, my poor warrior in the South Pole. If he's still alive, if you want to take a quick look at his situation, it's pretty bad.
Give me a sec. Oh. That guy's so dead.
I know, right? What was I thinking?
You were thinking, fuck that guy. I think do that in 3. Yeah, and humanity. What? And now I can get my mine apparently. What did I need 3 mines for? Tell me it was not mathematics. No, it was apprenticeship. I mean, sure, I could, but why? What about here? All of these tiles look so bad. Suppose I could squeeze in 2 cities if I wanted to, but would I want to? Like, there's no hills. No hills. Should probably get that city here actually. Yeah, I should actually found that.
What? There's an English settler. Where does
Kill
he,
that.
where does he
Hit
think
it with
he's...
fire.
Sadly, I don't have any real army near them to do anything about it. I guess they're going to try and expand right next to Kyoto, which is unacceptable, so I think I know who we're going to war with first.
English, you say. Okay, the Polish are pretty far away from me. We can go to war with them, I suppose. Wait, what? What about Austria? Like, is this not Austria? No, this is Poland. Oh, the Poland are my neighbors, my immediate neighbors. Huh. Maybe we think about this a bit more before we make any rash decisions. Vermont. This just looks like terrible land all around. Is this a hill? Not a hill. Hills are a lie. Also, you wanna go here? Okay, I need a 3rd hill, and I need a 3rd... This is actually a hill, huh? No, it's not. Do you not have any hills? That. Could do that. Oh, I think you need 2 iron or multiple things like knights and stuff, or 1 iron in an encampment, and I just have no good iron anywhere. I remember playing a multiplayer game and being screwed by not having iron. That was pretty harsh. City has no production. I want to cry.
Somehow that one warrior in the South Pole is still alive. Like he's just
What?
he's just barely escaping the group that was chasing him.
I'm not sure. Are you sure he's not just in league with the barbarians? And they're pretending to chase him?
I mean, that would be most unfortunate, but
But for who is the question, right? For who? I think I actually... Maybe I need to settle over here. That's not bad land. I mean, it's almost impossible to make out if there are hills under jungle, but... I want to Napata for the cover for the I want cover. And it needs orders. Sure. This way. Orders. Like this. Man, she has horses. I hate her. I want horses as well. Horses are awesome.
I have 1 horse.
I don't have 1 horse. Horses are a really good luxury in this game. Ah, not luxury. Style, whatever. Feature. I think this is the way to go. It means I can now change my government, huh?
It's interesting how civil services now is civic and not a technology. That's very different from 5.
Joint housing with tax? Not yet, I don't think. Could get a bit more gold, but I think I have enough gold. Oh, there we go. Actually made a difference. Glories count as well, huh? here's a quarry. This is probably... This is a hill, huh? I could and probably should do it here. Could do it over there, huh? Yeah, this is actually the time. Oh, that's a lot better now.
Sorry, I'm taking a while. I'm trying to figure out where to place my next district. This district adjacency bonus thing is really throwing me for a loop.
Take your time.
Like if I choose to emphasize getting district adjacency bonuses, then I might actually have to scrap one of my tower resources. So it's an agonizing decision.
Oh, I see. Be within the... Oh, good. That's pretty good. Maybe making this after all. Then have a city here, which will be not shitty supposedly. Then maybe there, and they're thinking about over here maybe. Oh. I can change my policy this turn. Oh no, I cannot.
Oh man, take a look at my Kyoto. If I think they're surrounding me. they're starting by sending in the missionary, but they also have an army. I feel uncertain.
You do have walls, right?
I do.
And I mean, sure, you're right. Those are a lot of warriors, but it's warriors. So if you build up a bit of defense, I think you will be able to hold them off. You say those are the English, right? Which means the Polish will go to war with us as well. I'm not so happy about that, but let's get ready then. I mentioned before that I'm an idiot.
You may have mentioned that more than once.
Oh, Jadikwa sent me a warning. Your armies have not gone unnoticed. Please remove them from our presence. What is going on? I don't have any troops on her army, on her border. I have a scout. She cannot mean... well, she can mean the scout, but that would be pretty dumb. Which, to be fair, was well within the realm of possibility. Do you think she'd like it anymore if I take my troops away and then start settling right at her doorstep? Because that's kind of the next plan, I suppose. So, I said I wanted to do it here. Do I still wanted to do it here? Yeah, I think I still want to. Not getting better.
I guess I should start building an army in Kyoto.
Yeah. City has like 10 housing. I'm a great person, great scientist. I mean, sure. Also burn it. Maybe the next one will be better or something. Don't we have scouted the whole map? In fact, I'm working on it right now. Well, maybe the whole map is, but wait, what? This is a city? Oh no, that's a city-state. I was confused there for a second. Gandhi sent me a warning, huh? Nuclear weaponry is the future. How can you not see that? That's literally what he just said. What?
Does he have nukes already?
No, I don't think. At least I hope not. I'd be very worried if he had.
That would be some pretty hardcore cheating if he did.
I mean, you're playing on Prince, right? They're not supposed to cheat quest just yet. And they're supposed to cheat, just, you know, not yet. Aww. Alright, so where do I want to place my city actually? I think here looks like a fine place. If I do it here, I will 1, 2, 3 not get it. Oh, but if I go over here, I will... I should actually place it over here, I think. Alert. I only have 2 caravans though. That's kinda sad. Another spearman. Why do I even need that? Long answer, I don't. Short answer, I don't. Oh. Oh. Dude, let's get this over there. Lotus, I'm coming to visit you. That or something like that. No, and I fucked up by a savage.
Are you visiting with an army to fight the English and Polish?
Yes. An army of 1 scout, but he's the most heroic scout I have. Unless the other one is more heroic, I don't know. Rajan has declared war on LotusCrane. Those are the Romans and the...
Indians.
whatever the other guy... Indians. Where's... like... So, I'm kinda... score. When I look at the score, I don't really see where military... like, okay, show details. Well, it does not show current military strength though. So where do you see military strength? I thought you could look at military strength to get at least a rough understanding of where you stood and stuff, but it's usually in the world rankings, right? Military strength 0, player score 0, but it tells me for every hero, every whatever.
I mean, I'm just looking at domination, but...
Well, domination is how many capitals you lost. Anyway, I think I want to found here. And I want a monument. BCS yesterday. Oh, I suppose we go over there. Do you need support? I mean, I have 1 unit that might make it over there. Well, it's probably gonna be late, but too late. So he forward settles you and then declares. I mean, sounds good. There are no units at your borders as well? Crazy.
Oh wait, I have no iron, so I can't... It doesn't matter if I get iron working, because I won't be able to build swordsmen. Oh boy.
You should consider getting an encampment. First of all, an encampment can shoot, just like your city can. And second of all, with an encampment, you need 1 less resource for special units. So with 1 iron, you can build swordsmen. Although the iron needs to be mined, and yours is not, so...
I think this video is going to end with with me being wiped out. First game of Civ 6, destroyed in less than 100 turns.
I wouldn't say that. You would probably make it. Yeah, it's notoriously bad. Warfare. Left the feudalism civic.
Wait,
nice
how did you just pronounce that word?
Oh, I said feudalism, but I should have said feudalism, right?
Yes.
Thanks. Not enough people do that.
Well, you know me.
Yeah.
I was getting all hopped up at the beginning of this video because the narrator mispronounced a Japanese name, so...
Well, I'm actively happy if you correct my pronunciation, so yay.
Wow, Mumbai already went from 30 garrison strength to 40 garrison strength. Never mind, I was gonna start poking at my archer, but that seems like a bad idea now.
Yeah. Poland. We're not at war with Poland. No, we're not. Stupid scout. I got out of my way before I started beating it up with my 2 scouts. Scouts are greater than 1 scout, right? My city seems to lack growth. This takes forever to grow. I suppose I could get a triangle running here. I mean, it's a plain start. It has good production. It really does. Not sure what to do. I mean, the city, for example. City will have it all eventually. Alright, so... okay, I suppose. I want a trader. Jadwiga sent you a warning. My Polish friend, huh? Oh, I see.
Now, do encampments, is their range just the adjacent tile or 2 away?
What do you mean?
For their attack, can they only attack their immediate adjacent tiles, or can they attack 2 tiles away?
I think it's a regular range attack with 2 range.
Okay.
Yeah, you do need city walls, but I know you have it already in your capital at least. Could buy that and build a industrial zone there. I could have built a commercial hub here. Did we guys send you a warning? I wish I could just press escape and degree. And she has finished the great library. Okay, baby. An Indian scout, right?
So what does this thing about escort formation mean?
It means if you have a civil unit like a scout or no, like a settler or a worker and a military unit on the same tile, then forming an escort will mean they move together as a group, and your military unit will escort your civil unit.
It looks like Rome is too busy fighting city-states to actually attack me.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good for me. The downside, though, is that Roman union's probably getting ridiculous promotions.
No. Well, maybe city-states, I'm not sure. I know that barbarians only give good experience at the start and then about nothing. So, I should check my government. Could go for more housing, but I don't think I need it. I should do that later.
You tread on dangerous waters in the face of England and her loyal colonies.
Not what I expected.
Co dzień modlę się o duszę Twoją, iż odnajdziesz mądrość Pana.
Aha.
मैं नैतिकता की कुर्बानी दिए बिना इस जंग में हिस्सा ले सकता हूँ। मत पूछिए कैसे। आप नहीं समझेंगे।
I can engage in this war without sacrificing morals. Don't ask me how, you wouldn't understand. You're right, I don't understand, Gandhi.
Yes. Like, what kind of morals is this man referring to?
The one where the path to true peace is through nuclear weapons.
Oh, I see.
I guess it's the peace of the grave.
Alright, so I guess I'm ready for an industrial district, huh? I think I want it here. I don't think I have a better tile anymore. Purchase the tile, which is less expensive. Collection. The guild civic. Doesn't actually sound. Maybe I should just. Oh, that needs more housing, huh? Well,
Hmm. Alright, I shuffled some policies around. Hopefully this will help me with this war. Well, that's not good.
Oh no, my Scot was destroyed. And the other two AIs of the Skladinos as well. Oh my god.
Man, this Indian elephant is crazy.
What is going on with those AIs? Declaring war on us for no good reason. We're perfectly happy, perfectly friendly, just a sec. Alright. See about warfare then, I suppose. Oh, why did it? Open Civic Tree. Have any city-state quests I can reasonably with a great profit working on it. Great general, how do you say? Failure route for military tactics. Horseman. But maybe really. I wanna do it in charge. Maybe cover as well. Bananas are inside of covers. Cover is a good city. Most of the other shit I have. I'm a great person. A great prophet. What's a religion? Sure. Envoy. Maybe I should start sending envoy. Zanzibar just like it. This is a rain bonus. Wow. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is gonna take a second.
Yep, that's fine. I'm about to research stirrups. What I need to do is, I need to build an iron mine. I need to defend that iron mine so I can build a knight, because I feel like a knight is gonna have a significant advantage over most of the units the enemy's fielding.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, what do I do? I need a holy site. I had not considered that. Oh well. I thought I already told them last. Alright, here we go. But yeah, I think so as well with knights and everything. I actually checked knights in an effort to help you and then realized I had no iron. Like, I don't even have one iron. Even when I build an encampment, I cannot build knights. I have no strategic resources, I have no iron, I have no horses, I have nothing. It's...
Oh no! Roman horseman managed to kill one of my scouts. Oh, my poor scout. Oh no, treachery. My warrior in the South Pole is going to be killed off by the city-state of Kandy because they serve... they now serve one of our enemies, I guess.
What? It reduces my upkeep, I really don't need that. Just run that all the time. Oh, I should run this, I guess. Perfect, more housing is good. Which reminds me, I should probably march in Poland. Seeing how they declared on us. Also, it's a good old German tradition to invade Poland.
Too soon.
What? Never. I mean, it's been what?
Let me not then die in
60
glory.
years?
without a
70
struggle.
years more. I think it's alright to make jokes about World War II by now.
If you say so. I mean, I guess technically you're not playing as Germany, you're playing as Nubia, so.
Yeah. I mean, then again, I'm also on the side that that's not like directly affected by the joke. Like, I suppose it's easier to make jokes about something horrible that happened in the past when you were actually not the perpetrator. Wait, no, it's easier if you were the perpetrator than if you were the victim.
Victim. Yep.
That's what I was getting at.
I guess since the enemy army is favoring cavalry, I should actually just load up on spearmen.
Sure. I mean, you can also build your own cavalry if you have the horses or the metal, what's it called, iron. Game's still in transition. By the way, how long did you want to make your video?
Oh, it's been... I mean, I knew this was going to be one of the long ones, right? Like, the last one was pretty long.
Yes.
I guess we'll end it after we figure out if we're, like, winning or losing this war, and if we need to start over again.
I think we're good. I think we're fine, actually.
I guess we'll find out.
For a friend with an understanding heart is worth no less than a brother.
I think this is where I want to get the encampment. Encampments don't really get bonuses from... because I can just get... Good. Cannot be adjacent to city center. Oh! Kinda sad. Here I want other stuff to go. I mean, I could buy this tile, I suppose. Build an encampment there. Would be kinda funny. Let's do it. Alright. I should probably get the granary first. Oh, I just got a free builder. Oh. What do I do with the barbarians in my backyard? My back if I want to. Wait. Oh, I take this guy. If I stay here, I probably die. before I think I cannot. Right, I need to change production here to... I do need a holy site somewhere, right? Yes, could probably buy this one. Keep them wooded. There are no mountains. Oh, why did I build this holy site? Never a good idea. Okay, so... And then here, everything's alright. Here, I think I start on the uni. Not 3 archers. That would be pretty easy to get another archer, I think.
Like, I'm surprised, considering how much bigger everyone's armies were than ours at the start of this. I think the only reason they're not crushing us right now is because they're literally wasting all their time fighting, like, just all the city-states and barbarians as well. I think that's partially because, well, I'm the suzerain, the
Yes.
leader of Granada, and, well, not leader, but the favored ally of Granada and Buenos Aires, and you've got Zanzibar. So we have 3 city-states on our side, and they only have 1 city-state on their side. So maybe that's why they're wasting so much time. Which is good for us. I think that's the only reason we're not dead. Or that I'm not dead, anyway. Also, you're standing on my sugar, dude.
Probably. I will move next turn. Your promise broken? You promised to the Polish Empire to move the troops to the border has been broken. Are you freaking insane? They declared war on me!
Yeah, I don't remember making any such promises.
My gosh. I was attacked. I was attacked. I was attacked. I'm no longer suzerain of Zanzibar. Oh. This guy's up for promotion, huh? It's so unfair that those guys have actually like strategic resources and shit. I'm not happy with that. Choose a civic, huh? French policies. Suppose this is better than that. I suppose that before we do that, 1 turn for... Yeah. And choose military training and technology. Economy. Banking. Maybe it's orders, huh? You want to suicide?
Oh, by the way, you're still on my sugar tile. I was planning to build a plantation there.
Yeah, I can move off that right now. Here you go. What the? Uh, where's skills? It's actually pretty good. Oh, shoot. No! What have I done? Fuck.
What have you done?
I fucked up. That's what I did. I'm going to... I put in +2 charges for workers for 1 turn only, and then forgot to change my production back to my workers. So now I have to change again. Away from +2 workers. And none of the workers I wanted to build have actually finished. Too bad. I think I just keep it a little longer now. And build the workers anyway. Alright, so what's the shortest civic I can get? I can get mercenary. I can get theology in 1 turn and undo the whole shebang, I suppose. Buenos Aires wants a horseman, no, an encampment. I want an encampment. I'm actually building an encampment, I think. Why? Crazy, the unit lists. Did I not already fortify this? And do you have to fortify him twice, huh? Oh my. Need more housing, huh? Sure, I would like more housing. The city has just no production yet. Need more workers.
Well, at the very least, it looks like I'll be able to clear Mumbai off my doorstep.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
And actually, since Hyderabad is like also right there, I don't know why India built two cities, A, right next to each other, which means neither of them can expand fully, and B, like, literally so close to me that obviously it's gonna be war.
Maybe they thought they could make friends with you, or they thought they could build up some more before it came to war, and then like, so the AI handles multi-layer and declarations of war especially bad. What I mean with that is often like one of the two AIs wants to declare war and the other one really doesn't. And what then happens is that the one AI that declares war, and the other AI is screwed because they're really not in the position to move forward right now. So, might be one of those cases. Specific, right? I wanted goats, I think. What do I want? I don't know. What do I build in this city? Oh, another trader, of course. Here, build the market.
Oh man, okay, never mind. These Roman legions are actually pretty strong. Yeah, they've got almost twice the strength of my spearmen. I can't actually fight them directly.
Especially once they're fortified. What am I doing now? Probably get this crossbow. Why did I do that? Oh. Oh.
In 2 turns, I'll have Divine Right, which means I can switch to Monarchy, which should help me quite a bit.
Okay. Oh, my scout is ripped. Oh well. Oh, and I think I forgot to do that as idiot means idiot, I suppose. Okay, so let's work on my holy stat maybe. The freaking warrior there, where can I get now? Barbarian.
So I'm taking so long. I have quite a few units. Okay. Teddy, you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good. These the. Oh shoot! I might be not in trouble, but annoying.
Did they send some people towards your direction?
The Polish now have knights, and I still don't have special resources. But I do have crossbows, so I suppose that'll have to do. Adding to my market next turn, right? What the f— oh my, why am I an idiot? Nobody knows, huh? What else would I want to do? I wanted to do something else. Oh, I wanted to get this trader here. It really should switch off banking. And do printing. We should switch off gold before I forget that as well. And to divine right probably. I should check the ties of the city. My god, cities are not well selectable in this game. Alright. So, this is must. Probably do that as something like this, maybe. Oh, I think I'll lose my archer. That's kinda sad. I guess I should have promoted to crossbow first. What's going on with the city? The ties are not totally shitty, so most it's alright. No, but my capital, huh? How do I make it better than it is? Good question, huh? Like maximally bad. Those are some pretty bad times I'm working here. Mostly I just like food.
Wait, by completing a trade route, do I get another trade thing? Cause.
Hmm? No, you get a trade post, which extends the range of your trade routes, I believe. But only after it says so. If you have a trade route with your own city, I think it will create a trade post after the time has ended.
Okay.
And I think you also get something for each trade post your trade route passes through. But I'm not 100% on that.
Just interesting. Builders have limited charges, but they also build things instantly, so that's an interesting trade-off. Oh, and here comes England towards Osaka. Just when I think that I'm defeating India next to Kyoto.
There we go. Polish knight kills my archer. I see where we're going. Well, you're gonna take Mumbai, so that's something. Oh man, this barbarian starts well. This barbarian everything. Plan a 9 to deal with. This production, huh? What do I want here? I want an industrial zone, and I think I want it here. What do I want here? Lots of things actually.
Alright, looks like Mumbai is captured.
Nice.
Alright, how do I raise this to the ground?
I've not tried that yet in Civ 6.
Oh, here we go. Raise city to the ground. Oh, wow. And it's instant too. In previous games you had to wait so many turns. It is gone.
Where did I get Pikeman? Nobody knows. Oh. Guess I'm going this next. Build an aqueduct for military engineering, huh? You need these orders. I need to get my archers back into my territory so I can upgrade them. Is this my territory? Must be a friendly territory, huh? I guess the answer is no, it's not. Need more amenities, needs more housing, unit killed. Great rest capacity, awesome. Back boost, unit attacked. Barbarians approach, oh yeah. I don't really know where I get my... I think I got my farming triangle there, but... It's also expensive to buy it from here, apparently. So probably worth, huh?
Well, Osaka has built its encampment aimed right at Delhi. Or Delhi, I guess the H is silent.
Oh. Well,
They deserve it.
oh. I'm not sure. You might be able to shoot each other. I'm also building one such, not quite as aggressive, but still fairly forward encampment right now. Wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to check my... This needs to go. Do we want to make peace with Poland?
Who are they on the team with?
You could check at the top.
Oh,
I cannot.
Poland and India are together. Wait, no, it's... Hold on. No, Poland and England are on one team, India and Rome on the other. I mean, we probably do want to make... I feel like we need to keep pushing back at India and Rome, well, especially because India they just expanded so dumbly.
Yeah, but India is on the other team, right? So we can make peace with Poland and England.
Yes, you may make peace just after these attacks, so I gain a little more experience. Plus, if they lose in our unit, then they'll give us better terms.
I don't think they will reevaluate this, and I kind of have an offer from them right now, which is why I'm asking.
Oh, alright, just give me a moment. I'll at least get some extra XP.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go ahead and make peace. Are they like even terms, favorable terms?
Yeah, they're paying me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's favorable. Yeah, go for it.
Yep, I did.
Okay, now I just see that they're unfriendly. We can focus our attention to India and Rome, who have been impudent.
Yeah, they used to like me, now they kind of hate me again.
Alright, I think, well, it's been like 3 hours. I'm gonna say this is the end of the video. So anyway, this has been Sitmir's Civilization 6. There are quite a few. There are more changes than I thought there would be from Civilization 5. Like I knew the one thing was that cities take multiple spaces and like have districts, kind of like Endless Legend. But I didn't realize that there'd be like this many UI changes, or that civics would be like redone this thoroughly. What about you, Teddy? What observations do you have about the differences between 5 and 6, particularly the ones that were a surprise to you?
The movement, like, melee units just feel a lot slower now, because they cannot end their turns. Like, they cannot move over the versus the last action or move on hills and stuff.
They can't use half a point of movement to move into rough terrain, yeah.
Yes, right. So they move. Melee units just feel more sluggish now, and the worker system is certainly changed, but I think the biggest change is probably how traditions, or rather civics, are their own tech tree right now. So I'm still not used to that.
Would you say that you like Civ 6 more or less than Civ 5, or is it still too early to tell?
Wow. I was kind of hyped for Civ 6, and I have like 35 hours in it now, probably. I have about 700 hours in Civ 5, so I think it's safe to say that I enjoy Civ 5 more as it stands. But maybe even with patches and stuff. I mean, Civ 5 wasn't born perfect, right?
I mean, it went through 2 major expansions, Gods and Kings and Brave New World, to get to where it was.
It's been said that Civ 5 was actually not a very good game, which I don't know, because I only played it once, like, both expansions hit, so I can only compare to the best version of Civ 5.
Actually,
that's not necessarily fair.
It's funny you say that. I played Civ 5 from the beginning, and I think I feel the same way about like the conversation you're having now about Civ 5 versus Civ 6. When Civ 5, the base game came out, and I'd already been playing Civ 4 with all the expansions for so long, I was my thoughts and my friend Cookies19, we were both like, wow, it feels like half the stuff that was in Civ 4 by the end of Civ 4 are missing from Civ 5 again.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this is like a cynical, like nakedly greedy financial plan on Firaxis's part, and how much of it's simply like they were so busy making like these new shiny changes, and there are some pretty significant structural changes that like they didn't have enough time to actually properly balance in what would have been considered legacy systems from the old game. Like for example, the biggest thing I've noticed so far is there no espionage yet in Civ 6?
There is espionage. It just comes a bit later than we
Oh,
apparently.
okay, all right. Because I'm like,
I mean, there is faith from the start, there's tourism from the start,
Yeah, that's
there
right.
is espionage from the start. There are a lot of systems there that used to be in Civ 5. It's just, I don't know.
but a lot
they're
of it
not
feels
quite
different.
up to the standard.
Like tourism feels different. I mean, trade feels different now that road building is dependent on trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe part of it's just we haven't gotten used to it yet.
Maybe. But, I mean... So, I'm pretty sure that Civ 5 has more, like a lot more, concurrent players right now than Civ 6 has. So, I think, like, there's probably something there with Civ 6 not quite hitting the mark, and it's maybe being a bit hard to point out why. But, I mean, there's still players who prefer it over Civ 5, so...
Okay. I mean, certainly 5 is good enough to, like, I'm not saying I wouldn't go back and play 5 again. I'm sure at some point in my life I will. If for no other reason than Civ 5 has, like, just a wonderful modding community. But I feel like, definitely Civ 6 is not, like, so terrible that I'm not going to, like, give it a few more full-length games just to see what else there is.
Yes.
And,
it's not bad, it's just that it's not better than Civ 5, I think.
I mean,
And as
maybe not
such-
overall. There are some things that I want to say, like, I
Yes.
kind of like more about Civ 6, and I almost wonder if some enterprising person in the modding community for Civ 5 is just going to, like, steal the one or two good things from Civ 6 and add it to a Civ 5 mod. But,
Maybe.
but yeah, there are definitely some interesting things here, and I guess a couple hundred hours from now, I'll have to do another Civ 6 video, like an actual proper review video. But for now, this has been Gaming with Friends, LotusCrane, and BurninTeddy. And if you like this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. I'm LotusCrane. Teddy.
Hi.
Oh.
I'm BurninTeddy.
you're getting a little better at it.
I don't know. I think I need to have done it at least once, and now I can go back to never doing it again.
Signing off.